how many clients you may have. When I say clients, it's software clients, not just customer, right? But clients like a website, a mobile application, or a few external applications, few integration into marketplaces, into third-party systems, into a third-party whatever ERPs, CRM, whatever you need to be integrated with, Internet of Things, connected objects, connected cars. There are many ways where your software can be embedded or can be connected to, right? And if you had to build one application for each, and again, sometimes you have to build one for every country or every region because of regulation and stuff, that would be too much software. You will not be able to maintain it at scale. The goal of this API first layer is that you will build the API first, the technical contract and the interface that will connect with the backend. So now all your front ends or your client applications can actually connect with the API, consume the API. So you're free to update the backend, to refactor the backend, change, go to microservices or change from database, because the application will only see the interface, the API layer. So that enables you to change the backend, to update or for performance, for many things, but always keep the same interface contract for dozens, hundreds of client applications. So this is why it saves so much times. And companies like Netflix or Dropbox or Amazon have demonstrated that with an API layer, you can maintain hundreds of client applications with the same team versus just a dozen if it's just like siloed application. So this is why the API first is extremely important. The second thing is also the standards that have emerged. So since the last 10 years, we have now we call it the Open API specification, but that was called Swagger. It's description for APIs that enable developers to have what we call a contract-driven development. So if you mix API first and contract-driven developments, that developer now, the design of the API can be specified by the business, by API designers, but the developers know exactly how they need to code the API with that interface contract, and so that helps to maintain a coherence, to maintain a governance, a guidelines into building these APIs that will serve so many clients. So API first architecture, contract-driven development, and I will just finish by a new trend, which is API first business, because API first business is that launching the API before the UI, right? Instead of, even if you want to build end up user application, that will take you 2 years maybe, right? Fully featured. You will spend 3 months to just publish the API first. On the business side, you will expose it to developers. You will get what people want to do with it. And you will learn with API management, you will learn how people use it, over time, but you will build your UI, you will build your application at the same time, but learning, instead of taking the risk of building the whole application and not learning along the way. So 3 ways to adopt like API first mindset on the architecture, for multiplying clients without at scale, on contract-driven development for developers to always know the definition of the API they want to build, and API first business to try the value proposition, try the capability before the end user application, and embrace a developer community or a partner community to build the end user application that you want to build and for your customer.